Hey everyone, today is Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. Happy New Year. This is our first meeting for the year with the International Outreach Think Tank, and welcome aboard tonight. Can I get a volunteer to read the Bivens Declaration for us? Anybody?
Do you have it to display?
I do. I can share it. Absolutely. Will you volunteer to read it
For
then?
you, anything, Tammy?
Well, thank you. Hold on. Let me make sure. Is this big enough for you? Is it?
Yeah, I
Let me
just
let me
it's spread across the page at the moment. That's
All
cool.
right. How's that?
Perfect. Okay, this meeting is private. Bearing false witness, misrepresentation, and posting inflammatory rhetoric in public forums is forbidden and shall be addressed in an appropriate manner. To eliminate all conflict and false allegations, is there anyone in attendance in today's meeting that is a member or agent of any law enforcement agency or public agency of the federal, state, city, county, or township agencies present? Is there any response to the Bivens decision for the first time? Is there a response for the second time? Is there a response for a third and final time? Anyone who is here under false pretense, anyone who is working for any foreign government, including the territorial United States or municipal United States, anyone who has been paid or coerced to be here, must fully disclose their presence and purpose now, or leave the premises or this conference call. If they subsequently show up as federal witnesses, they are discredited for failure to disclose. Are you now, or have you ever received money or personal support of any kind from any intelligence community? Upon hearing no response to this notice of the Bivens decision, this meeting shall now proceed. I yield.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Darren. Appreciate that. All right. Oh, we got somebody else coming in. All right. I'm going to set the tone for the meeting. Um, if you guys would just bear with me for a minute here. Divine Creator, source of all that is, we call upon your infinite love and wisdom to surround us this evening. We step into this meeting with unwavering faith, knowing that we are divinely protected, guided, and blessed beyond measure. We surrender our fears, our doubts, and our worries. We release all that no longer serves us. We let go of resistance, and in its place, we welcome the radiant light of divine favor. We are covered by an impenetrable shield of divine protection. No negativity, no fear, and no limitation can touch us. We are surrounded by light. We are guarded by love. We walk in divine safety wherever we go. Tonight we declare that blessings are flowing into our lives and our assemblies effortlessly. Every door that was once closed is now opening. Every obstacle is now dissolving. Every delay is transforming into divine timing. Breakthroughs are happening right now. We are stepping into reality where abundance, joy, success are our birthright. The universe is aligning circumstances, people, and opportunities in our favor. Divine Source, fill us with your wisdom and let our thoughts be inspired, our words uplifting, and let our actions create ripples of kindness and love in the world. We declare that this meeting be filled with grace, miracles, and unexpected blessings. So think it, so feel it, so speak it, so be it. It is done. Okay. All
Beautifully
right.
said. Beautifully said.
Oh, thank you. Uh, well, welcome everybody tonight. It's good to see your faces, and kind of get back in the saddle again. I know for me, I I took some time off during the holidays. It felt odd to take a break. I kind of forced myself to not work so that I could really recharge the batteries. It was a little difficult because I'm so used to doing something every day, especially towards this. But I did keep up on my readings. But I do feel recharged, and so it was a good break. I don't know about any of you, but I thought that we could kind of, whoever is willing to share, maybe we could go around and share what each of you are doing to raise your frequency and get ready for the new blessings that are coming into our lives. So, if anybody wants to share, go ahead and unmute yourself and, just go at it.
Well, Tammy, it's Jean. My camera's not working again, so I'm here, everybody. I apologize for the no face to
It's
the living
okay.
people here. Sorry. I'm raising my frequency by remaining positive, making a conscious effort to stay positive, trying to do some nice things for the assembly, contributing contributing a little in ways that I can, and read. That's what I'm doing. I
Beautiful.
yield.
Thank you for sharing, Jeannie. Anybody else? Anybody wants to share? I know for me, I started getting back into the habit of meditating every day, taking that time out to just really calm my nervous system. I find that I'm constantly going and going and going and thinking and strategizing and what else can I do? What am I missing? And so that mind is just constantly going, and it's a practice for me to shut it down and kind of recenter and stay grounded and um, just level out my nervous system. So that's what I'm doing. What about you guys? I want to hear from you all.
AI
Yes, go ahead, Andrew.
and praying, meditating, um, reading, resting, um, and I've been writing some letters to like college presidents, what the assemblies are doing, letting them movement.
Sorry, we had a hot mic.
I yield.
Beautiful. I'd just like to give a shout out to Andrew on our assembly. He recently was in Philadelphia, and I don't know, Andrew, if you want to let the group know. Andrew's on the New Jersey Assembly, and he recently was in Philadelphia and was at the Capitol. And why don't you tell the group what you did when you were at the Capitol? I thought it was great.
Yeah, uh, I had a doctor's appointment in Philadelphia, so after the appointment, I made my over to the Capitol building because it was only a couple blocks away. So I went in, and I always loved that architecture and of that period. It was just a gorgeous building. So I went in and was talking to their park rangers because it's basically at this point it's a museum. And I was talking to them about, what the assemblies are doing. I gave out our business cards and I told them that we're going to repopulate this building as a capital again. And they and horrified at the same time because they'll be losing their jobs. But I offered them a job. I said, you can come work for us. I'm an assemblywoman. And they're like, I don't want to be an assemblywoman. I said, well, you can run for president. And they're like, so, but it's funny that they are not aware that Philadelphia is a national capital. They kept saying, no, this is a U.S. capital. I said, no, it's not. It's the American Capitol building. And they didn't get it. They don't, they didn't understand. So hopefully I enlightened them a little bit and they read the information I gave them.
Well, they're gonna become more aware of it as time goes on.
Right.
And Vicky is on Pennsylvania, so We're giving Pennsylvania a little help there, Vic.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Is-
awesome. We actually had a outreach event down there at the Armory last month, and it went pretty well. Not as many people came as were expected, but we had maybe 10, 10 people new to the entire idea. So
Hey,
it's a
that's
start.
This is the one with
yeah.
everybody, right? Oh, yeah, this is it. I don't know.
Sorry, Kathy, you had a hot mic there. Um, yeah, so I think 10 is a great number to start with, and eventually it'll start to blossom and bloom, and information will spread. Is there anybody on tonight's call that is in or on Rhode Island? No, anybody from Texas? No? Okay. Well, I know in our travels recently, we were doing some outreach there. Anyway, anybody else wants to share about what they're doing to raise their vibration? Luis, I see you're on now. You want to share what you're doing to raise your vibration? Luis, can you hear me?
Tammy, I think she said she was stepping away for a minute.
Oh, okay, maybe in the chat. Okay. Yeah, I didn't see that yet. Anybody else?
I went,
Kimberly? Alice, you want to go? Go ahead.
sure. Uh, well, first I went to a prayer meeting today. I figured more prayers I get, better off I am. And yesterday I went shopping and it's like when I get into a store, it reminds me, oh, we need this and we need this and we have to have this. And being since we're starting our tour on Saturday, I even got on the phone in the store and called my daughter and I said, you got to order me this. And that was pens and paper because people come to these meetings and they don't think to bring a pad or a pencil sometimes. And if you have some of that handy, it kind of gives them the opportunity to take notes and go home and reflect on it. So that's how I started my year out trying to get going. And then I, of course, got on Philip that he had certain things he had to do. And I can do that because he's my son. And yeah, that's how I'm doing it. And I got enough that when we go to the next county, we'll have stuff that we can use there because our funding isn't that big right now. So we don't have to spend certain money when we move forward. So that's how I'm thinking things that'll help not only the county I sit in, but the counties that we're going to tour. And I yield.
Thank you, Alice. All right, anybody else? Kimberly,
I'm
Lisa?
happy just because I think I've been on one of these meetings once before, but hello from
Hey,
me.
Lori.
I think it's a very interesting question because I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to raise my vibration. But we're in our summer down here, and so I've had the benefit of, and I my day job, I work for myself. And this is the first time since I've been doing that I've actually been able to take 4 weeks off because if I don't work, I don't get paid. So that's been something that I have done to raise my vibration, is not have to do work. I do need to go back next week. But what I wanted to share about all of that experience is that obviously I do, well, not obviously, but I do a lot for our assemblies at a national level, and it has been actually really fun and enjoyable to not have to worry about the day job and to be able to focus on the things. So I sort of have treated it as a act as if, how life is going to be going forward, without having to worry about a day job hopefully soon, to be able to put time and love and passion and energy into the work that we do with this community, without having to worry about the constraints of other things. And as much as there's still a lot of work to do, it has raised my vibration. So I just wanted to share that.
That's
I yield.
beautiful.
Mm.
Thank you for sharing that. I agree with you. I think when you find something that you enjoy doing, that naturally does raise your vibration
Mm.
because it's fulfilling and it brings joy. Anybody else want to share?
All right, let's try again. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
there you are. Yeah.
All right, I think I got my sound. Sometimes I get a little confused with it. So hi, it's been a while. I have been meditating and also just keeping a journal and trying to focus on gratitude and future events and just the positive changes and taking walks and all, and focusing on gratitude and all that and counting my blessings. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so good, Jamie. So good. Yes. All those things are so helpful in raising your vibration for sure. Anybody else want to share?
Sure, I'll
May
share.
I? Sandra, go ahead.
Okay, let's see. My goal to raise my vibrational rate is to seek God's will with every breath I take. If you're not aligned with God's will for your life, nothing else matters. It is the true wealth. It's the only thing, really. And so I seek that in meditation and prayer, positive affirmations, intention, focus. And I feel very deeply called to this. I'm trying to get through myself all my things I don't think I should be doing that I'm not doing, but I'm very called to it. And I feel that the best thing to do is to align with the light of God. We're all immortal, divine beings of light, and to properly qualify the light with your thoughts, words, and deeds to the best you can. We all make mistakes, but to make that conscious effort, I have that sense of identity. That's who I am. That's who I want to be, and that's basically how I do raise my vibration every day. Meditation and prayer is an absolute necessity. If you're not doing that, do it, because it leads we are all capable of instant knowing, of just having that. You don't need a bunch of rationale or people giving you points or whatever. Just you instantly know things because God will guide us all. And anyway, that's my sharing. I yield.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. It was beautiful. And that resonates with me as well. I love it. Anybody else?
May I?
Yes, go ahead. Lisa,
Hi,
right?
it's Kimberly actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead, Kimberly. Hey.
Not a problem. Hi, forgive me. My reception's a bit difficult this evening, so if I'm a bit wonky, please forgive me. Sandra, I love what you say. I absolutely second it, and I loved it. So thank you for going ahead of me there. And I wanted to say that personally, I can't do this journey without music. If I don't have music, I am cooked. So pretty much, I am music and dancing because I have to shake off the boogeyman, and sometimes it works better than others, but gotta shake that off. And then the other thing is cleaning and organizing. If I get in a wonky way, it helps me a lot if I clean and I organize. So I would say that those are some of the things that help me to just kind of get things, in a place that it's a fresh start when you wake up in the morning, and you can just kind of have fun while you're doing it. So anyway, that's what I wanted to just share is I can't do it without music. So I love music. Thanks, I yield.
I know, Kimberly, you said that there was another meeting going on in the background. So I think that's what we were hearing too. But that's beautiful because I love to dance too and love music. I love music. And so, I that resonates with me as well. Thank you for sharing that. And I wish I lived close by because we could have our own little dance party together. Lisa, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Yes, something that I'm Lisa from California, Mendocino County. I'm the outreach for California, and I'm happy to obtain this link from Michelle so I could see what's going on. And just want to say hello and something on the note of what we're talking about raising your vibration. I don't really, I'm never desensitized by any ugly bad news. I'm always like, but I've I've learned that if I don't do that and I just exhale and let it go because I know bad, ugly things are going on all the time. I don't have to be taken back by it because, like I said, I never get desensitized, but I've learned to just exhale and just like, whew. Our body doesn't need to be put into fight and flight. I'm, so I try in that to be present, not let the reaction happen in my body because when you're fight and flight all the time, there's no healing, there's no peace, there's no joy. Your body's just in reaction mode. And I have found that I'm just like, whoo, so much calmer. It's a really neat thing to be practicing and realizing that I'm making a difference for myself, which means I can be more present and hold space for others. And I just believe that that is so very important, especially when things seem to be moving at a pace that we're not sure if we can keep up or not, but we're, we keep putting the best foot forward. That's all we can do. So thank you for your time. And I
Thank you for sharing that. It's beautiful. Lisa, just so I have an understanding, are you the same Lisa that hosts the coordinator training call for Michelle when she is absent and can't do it?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
That
so
that is someone else. I think
okay.
that's actually Lisa on Ohio.
Oh, there's another lady I think on California, but I can't place her name. But anyway, okay, thank you for clarifying that. And thank you for sharing too. I like that. I like the exhaling. I think that kind of like it's almost like pushing it out and, reflecting it back so that you don't absorb it. It's good stuff. Kimberly, you have
It
your hand
brings
up?
you back to it just brings you back to your center
Yeah.
much quicker. Yes.
Kimberly, go ahead.
Thank you. I don't know how I forgot this. I was going to tag this on. I think it was the meeting, like you said. The other thing is color. Put colors on, get out of the neutrals. They're good to bounce the colors off of and advertise your colors. So get into your colors. They're light, they're health for you. I have, this is part of my professional world prior to all of this. So I do speak with some sense of I live this and I know this from lots of others. So I would definitely encourage, please put color on and allow that to feed you as well. So color and light. So yeah, and hugging trees, definitely walking and hugging trees. So thank you. I yield.
Thank you for adding that. All right. Anybody else want to share before we move on? No? All right. So old business, I was hoping that maybe somebody from Canada or I know Annette usually jumps on here. I was looking to schedule their podcasts. I think we've been kind of bouncing back and forth with communication. Jamie, I think last time you said that you were gonna talk to your assembly. I don't know if you were able to discuss this, if you remembered to discuss the podcast.
No, I spoke about it a while ago, maybe a few weeks ago with my main coordinator. I'm a co-coordinator. We haven't discussed it in depth or tried to think, but I'll see what I can do. Yeah, get on. I'd
Beautiful.
like to have
Yeah.
at least a couple of us on. I don't want to be the only one on. I mean, not because I'm afraid, just because I feel like there should be more than one representative to talk about it.
Yeah, it would be great to have more. And remind me, is it Oklahoma or
No,
Louisiana?
Louisiana.
Louisiana. Well, I think Paula was on last time when I interviewed Louisiana.
Yeah.
You could probably get Paula and Boyd, right?
I don't know about Boyd. He's bigger than a bunch of one-legged ice skaters, so he just
Yeah,
Be
maybe I
hard
could.
to get him to commit to so.
Yeah, I think when I got him on the peacekeeping task force, he called in because he was having a hard time with his internet. But yeah,
Hmm.
any of them would be great. And yeah, and that goes for anybody else that's on the call. I know a lot of you, I think I've already interviewed, but and I know our state is due. So that's a hint for, my people on the call tonight, start thinking about if you want to be on the podcast. I'll have somebody else interview us. But one thing that I did have on our agenda is we did get a notification, I believe, that the ice drive account was full. And so we need to decide, Vicky, I don't know, did you receive any information about the ice drive being too full?
I did not, but it was, but what was the man's name that set it up from Oklahoma?
Oh, Bart.
Bart, yes, yes. Bart actually set it up, so he would probably have that information.
Yeah, I'll have to reach out. Let me put that on here. But so let me get with him and see if he could figure out what the storage space is, because we're going to have to do one of two things. We're either going to have to pay for extra storage, or we're going to have to remove some of the material, maybe things that might be old, maybe some outdated stuff, maybe some things that we don't need anymore. So I'll get together with him and see where we're at as far as storage goes, because I don't have that information as far as how full it is. Um, all right, I'll get back to us for next month.
Okay, and let me know if I can help then when you find something out.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Vicky.
Sure.
All right, so I did want to tell you guys, like Alice said, the New Jersey Assembly is getting ready to do our county tours, and we are starting with Morris County. I did share the public notice that we put up. I shared that on the Telegram page, and I know last time, I believe Scotty from Pennsylvania had asked if I could send it in an email. So I shared it out. It's just at Morris County Library. So if anybody's in surrounding areas and want to come, you're more than welcome. But I'd like to, if you don't mind, is to kind of walk you and allow you guys to kind of be our um, dress rehearsal, if you would, on what that night is going to look like. Because I actually took the video and that Luis created and did a slide presentation. So I took out the commentary. I have found that when we do outreach, when I first started doing outreach, I didn't have anything, I didn't have any I mean, I did have a slide presentation, but after a while it was getting old. And so I started to just use Michelle Ford's Common Law 101 videos and started playing those. But what I found when I was doing that is that people would start getting drowsy. I mean, the information is hard already to take in. And sometimes, trying to look at an audience and seeing their eyes glossing over from the information you're giving
Uh-oh.
them, you have to try to gauge it and then do something different. And so what I found was playing those videos, even by pausing it and kind of getting the audience to interact, um, they weren't as engaged in the presentation as we would hope that they would be. And so I've learned from that it's best to give the presentation myself and show a slide presentation myself. So anyway, we took the material and create a slide presentation. But how we're going to do this is, we've got a room at the Morris County Library, and we're going to have refreshments. We have people. We do have somebody that owns a restaurant, and she's bringing hors d'oeuvres from a restaurant, and then we have Kathy, who's on the meeting tonight, she's going to make her famous vegan cookies. They're so delicious. And, we have Jeannie also is bringing some hors d'oeuvres. We've got Alice setting us up with coffee. So everybody's got their part in what they're bringing and contributing. And then as people gather, we're going to let them come in, have their refreshments, and then we're going to show a video, a 4-minute video to kind of warm them up. And then we have somebody that's Alice's son, Phil, who is, they're on Morris County. So the idea is that the state nationals on that county are going to be the ones introducing the state assembly. So Phil will be, introducing himself and, saying whatever it is that he's going to say, and then he's going to introduce the state assembly. And that's when I'll come up and give the slide presentation. So if you guys would, I'd like to show it to you guys. You guys can give me your feedback, and and if this is something that people like, I'm more than happy again to share the slide presentation. And this way, we could help other assemblies as well if they like the slides. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Can we have some cookies?
Sorry, that part I can't help you out with. You're going to have to use your imagination, Vicky. All right, let's see here. All right, so the thought process with part of this, the beginning of this video is that we would just announce if everybody could just take their seats, and we're going to give them, kind of like a countdown to get into their seats.
Minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. One. It's just been and they still get me on the way.
Why can't I see this?
Tammy, I can see it, but I can't hear it.
What's that?
I could see your screen, but I could not hear it. If there was sound that went with it, I could not hear sound.
Oh, that's a problem. Hold on.
Was it just me, or did others have the same?
You guys not
No,
hearing
I
that?
also could.
No, we didn't hear.
Same problem.
Oh.
Yeah,
Didn't hear it.
heard bits and pieces of it at the beginning, but the countdown stuff I heard, but then it sort of
Oh, interesting.
disappeared.
Okay. Let
And
me
it sounded like the hot mic where you couldn't detect what was being said.
Oh gosh. Okay. Oh. Um.
Don't worry, you're testing it on us.
Yes, thank you. I don't know. Let me see if maybe my settings, I gotta change something in my settings. Hold on. Hmm. Let me play this one more time and see if you guys, hold on a second. Okay, maybe that's why. Okay, let's try this. We'll start it from there. Let's see. Um, Can you guys hear that? Can you hear that?
No.
No. Oh, darn.
No.
Huh. Let's see. Yeah, this is technology here is not my forte. Uh, let's
It
see.
looks excellent. I'm in the camp of you of trying to figure out how to do these things, and it's so difficult. So I really admire you doing this. And please don't worry or stress right now. We all know what this is. So you've done a beautiful job. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you. I don't know if that's detach audio. I don't know. Hmm. I think there's some kind of setting. This happened one time before. Let's see. Sound. All right, well, maybe I'll try it one more time and if it doesn't work, let's see. Can you guys hear that?
No.
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 All right.
No.
Okay. Well, I will skip out on this part, I think. Um, I'll have to figure out how to get the sound to work. Maybe it's a setting in Zoom. That's so weird that you could hear the beginning part, but you could not hear the other part.
If I may offer something, if it is a song like that,
Yeah.
it's possible that Zoom might stop that from streaming because it'd be licensed.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, so it's possible that the Gremlins have heard it and gone, oh, we can't share that because it's yeah.
Where though? Where on there?
Can't get up your Zoom.
use all the time. Select the correct speaker and Zoom's audio. Use original sound for musicians and check your selection.
Audio, video. Oh, wait, here we go. Is this? No. Settings here.
Tammy, you said that this is a slideshow. Can
Well,
you?
this is actually an iMovie to do the video, but I'm trying to figure out why the sound isn't working. Let's see, preference. Maybe it's preferences. No, it's not it.
Can you produce the video and just show the video MP4?
Let's see. How do I do that?
I don't know this software.
Save current frame.
So under your save options, what options do you have?
Download.
Under file up here at the top, we have movie, file, edit. What's under file?
File share, open library.
Oh, none of that's available. No, don't look like you can.
Let me see. Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we will. I won't show this tonight, but anyway, I could show you the slide presentation. So give me a second there. I got that up. Okay. All right. So we will go through the Bivens and then, we have this as a public notice. And, Luis, I just took all your information and I just made this, I won't go through. I mean, do you guys want me to go through each slide? Why a public notice? I mean, you tell me, because I'll just show you the things that I added. It was just the words that she used. I took them out and kind of, added them to a slide. And I did put our logo for our assembly down there. But what I did do that I thought was important, because there's so much information, you guys know that it's hard to kind of give all this information in one fell swoop. So what I did was I went to your detailed research, Louise, on the Claim Your Inheritance and created QR codes for the different, all the different detailed research, and some for TASA and things of that. But yeah, that's more detailed research. Then I get into sovereignty, what the definitions of sovereignty is, what's the definition of nationality, citizenship. And this goes through like the whole chunk of nation and, what nationality is and how you could have a dual nationality. And then I get into your inheritance and how, each one of us is owed money and prepaid credit. And then this slide, understanding the difference between credit and debit. And the credit side is our national credit, and the debt side is national debt. And then I get into the three different family trusts. I wanted to have some detailed information here about the trusts. I think that this is going to be a hard concept for people to wrap their head around. So if anybody has any detailed research on the family trusts other than, Anna's articles, if there's anything else, because a lot of people want to see the receipts, as we all know, right? Everybody wants to say, okay, where are you getting this information from? And how do you know that there is a family trust? So if there's any information for that I could actually add here and put a QR code to to back this up, that would be great. Um, and then criminal fraud scheme, why were you not told? Poverty extended, abundance delayed, clean, abundant water is being delayed, organic food is being delayed, the end of paying taxes is being delayed. Um, so this is all the stuff, Luis, I'm sure you're familiar with the words. Um, let's see, talk about American flag, the difference between the two, and that they both belong to us. Birth registrations. And then I've got the QR code. This does take them to the TASA website where it goes into more detail about the birth certificates. And then constitutions or contracts. And then no need for taxes. Why is there no need? Well, those D'Avila trust funds, they basically funded everything since 1941. And then we go on to the fraud on the American people, what happened, with all these wars and, uh, you know, um, that it was supposed to, the funds that we loaned out were supposed to be paid back in 1995, and we gave them a 10-year extension, and it came and went. And then stealing our inheritance. This gets into, the rumors of 2022. And then we have legal yet criminal. This gets into more of the banking. What does it mean when you make a deposit into the bank? And then again, more legal yet criminal continued, what the Federal Reserve notes are and how they are IOUs. Again, more about the our soldiery being converted. And then what's the difference between American military versus US military? And then we have declared peace. And then the peace proclamation, there's the QR code that'll take them to the peace proclamation. And then federal income taxes, you don't owe. I have the codes in here. I also added this. I gotta make that bold, but this QR code takes them, this QR code takes them to a YouTube video. And I don't have that, if anybody wants to, scan it while I have it up, it takes you to a YouTube video. It's not just the one guy talking about the fraud. It's actually a retired IRS agent that is interviewing Aaron, oh God, what's his name? Why am I, it's drawing a blank. He was one of the names that was on the Globe and oh, I have it here. I could tell. Aaron Russo, I think it is. You guys know who I'm talking about, right? You guys know Aaron Russo, right? Nobody's answering me. You guys don't know who Aaron Russo is?
Sounds
I do.
familiar.
I know, Tammy.
You guys don't
Yeah,
know?
I do. Yeah, he's the guy that talked about the IRS and taxation and all that.
Yeah, his story is actually quite fascinating when he was actually he was getting friendly with David Rockefeller, and the Rockefellers were trying to recruit him because he was a great businessman. He actually was the manager for Bette Midler. He was her talent agent. And anyway, he's in this for a short period, but it's mostly the retired IRS agent telling him it's a voluntary system. And then there's other clips of the videos of, during a congressional hearing, how they talk about how the IRS is a voluntary system. But they get into compliance, right? Voluntary compliance. Anyway, latching is illegal. And this takes you the world indebted to America. Why have they done this? We get into that. And then we have what are you going to do about this? Basically telling them this is one of my favorite parts, right? Is marches and protests are for U.S. citizens, declarations and assembling are for sovereigns. And then we have a resurgence is underway. And then more uncovered American history, that this is, this is our trademark. And then we talk about the differences about without the circle, with the circle. Both flags belong to us. Contracts known as constitutions. More about that. And then service contracts, we have enumerated delegated powers. We'll get into the Constitution and, what exactly, how did they get away with impersonating you? And then how did they get more about getting away with impersonating you? And then national debt versus, national debt versus national credit, a little bit more on that. And then final judgment orders. This is the part because in our public notice, we told the public that we were suing the federal government, right? So this is the final judgment and civil orders that takes them to that document. And then we have total shock and surprise. So this is when James and Anna found out that James was the hereditary head of state. And then the return of your assets in the Global Family Bank. So this brings them to the Global Family Bank so they can see that. And then what can you do? This will get into, correcting their status, reclaim it, correct your political status. And then I have here, please see our table for more information. So we're going to have our table there with the brochures. We'll also have a sign up area for them to, if they want to, if they're ready to correct their status, to have our recording secretaries work with them and connect with them. And then this is the part that I'd love to have also your help on, but what have we achieved in the past 7 years? And this is the Federation, right? The Federation of States. What has the Federation accomplished? So I said, called our assemblies back into session, entered the Western Territories by a roll call vote into statehood, chartered the Peacekeeping Task Force to help with peacekeeping tasks, chartered a global family bank, filled continental martial roles, passed laws protecting people from trespass, won in world court for ownership of the American government. I don't know how else to word that. I mean, maybe something different, but created and published all notices on a public record. And then I get into what we have done in the last 4 years since we've been assembled with our assembly. And then here, what our goals for this coming year are. We want to open our common law courts for the people and invoke ex parte million, have all pillars of our government fully functioning, have our own land recording office, fill all vacant officer positions, elect county sheriffs, begin assembling our county governments. And then that's it. And then I have this is to take them to TASA, this is to take them to claim your inheritance, and then this is to take them to our website. And that's the end of the slide presentation. But if you guys have any input as far as, adding, if you can't think of anything now, maybe you can email it to me and I can add it into our slides. But anyway, that's the end of our slide presentation. And like I said, we're going to have all of our notices available for people to view that we've sent to the de facto. And we're going to have the Resurgence newsletter there, some copies there. We'll have all the books, the brochures, and business cards. And that's it in a nutshell. So we plan to do this every other month. So for us in our assembly, so for January, we're going to be doing the county tour. And then the following month, we're going to be doing mock trials to try to inch us closer to getting our courts up. Darren, go ahead.
Thanks, Tammy. Just a suggestion on the milestones or the achievements. It's a bigger deal for us, but maybe the Americans are interested also in the international aspect. So there's somewhere around 20 nations other than America that are seating there or, forming assemblies.
Yeah, that would be great actually to put in there. Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Thank you
it's
for that reminder. Yeah.
my pleasure. I yield.
Beautiful. Anybody else? I mean, I'm open for suggestions, because we're trying to fine tune this and we're going to learn as we go. Every time we do these, we're going to learn from, what we're doing here and add or, make adjustments. Chandra, go ahead.
Yes, great effort, Tammy. I love it. You really put a lot into it. And I have a couple questions about it. How long did it take you to go through this? Have you given the presentation to yourself or timed it to see how long it took you?
Well, I know with the amount of slides that I have, it's probably going to take me about an hour, maybe an hour and I would probably say somewhere between an hour and 15 minutes.
Uh-huh. Okay. And then how how many people are you going to have coming to this? Do you have some kind of you're putting so much, who's going to
Well, that's the other thing that I wanted to share with you guys. So during the holidays, we didn't have the money to send postcards. So what we did was we decided we were going to canvas. So we took the international public notice and we printed them up and we met. It was the Saturday before Christmas and went to the mall and canvassed the mall. We put out about 500 flyers there. And then this past weekend, we went to two different towns within the county and we were handing them out on the streets and we were also going into local businesses. Like we chose towns that have like main streets with mom and pop shops, restaurants and different stores and cafes and things of that nature, and asked them if they would allow us to put, we said we're having an event this past Saturday or this coming Saturday, and we'd like to invite your customers. Would you allow us to put our flyers here, our invites, to hand out to your customers? And I would say about 95%. We only had like maybe two no's. So it was very well received. And so we left little short stacks into the local businesses. And in addition, we were handing them out on the streets as people were walking by.
And you gave the information for the where it is and when
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
the notice?
on the public notice, it had the place, the time. Yeah.
Uh-huh. But no phone number, call this or anything, just come to this meeting.
Yeah.
And you
Yep.
put out how many? About 1,000?
Well, altogether about 1,500.
Uh-huh. What radius of several blocks or a mile or what?
It was scattered out throughout the county.
Oh,
Yeah, we picked different towns within the county. And I think also Phil scattered them out even more in different areas.
yeah, no. But two people that would be able to easily get to this Morris library.
Yeah, well, because it was in, the places that we were canvassing was within the county.
Yeah, yeah.
So and the library is, close right off the highway, so it's not difficult for people to get to.
Oh, I see. It's not that big a county where it takes an hour and a half to get from one part of the county to the next.
No, thankfully. Well, I mean, you're talking about New Jersey here, so maybe with some
Okay.
traffic, I don't know. But it's on a Saturday, so I don't think we'll get much traffic.
And I wasn't paying attention. What Saturday is this going to be?
This Saturday.
Coming Saturday.
Yeah.
And so you put the notices out when? Just around Christmas time,
Christmas, and we just did this past Saturday.
past Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
And we have them up on Facebook, and
Oh.
different social medias.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're working on live streaming it to our YouTube channel. So the New Jersey Assembly has a YouTube channel. And I think
Wow.
what we're going to try to do is live stream it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing. Thank you very much for sharing. I yield.
You're welcome. All right, Alice, go ahead.
The two restaurants that Philip also dropped them into, the one restaurant, we patronize them all the time. So the girl said, "Oh, give them to me. I'll put them right here by the cash register. And when people are leaving, I will give them to them." And then the other one, it was put them where all of our flyers are. And people take them. They're sitting out there waiting on a Saturday, Sunday. They pick stuff up to read because they don't want to just sit there. And that's how they get distributed. Restaurants are a good place if you have a restaurant you go to all the time and you're friends with everybody, they'll work with you. And I yield.
Thank you, Alice. Yeah, and I think that that's the beauty of doing these county tours is that each of our state assembly members that are living on their counties, right, and they frequent their local businesses, have relationships with those businesses, and it's easier to canvass those areas using the county assembly or the state assembly people on those counties. Vicky, go ahead.
Yes, on the Federation page, we had the International Peace Proclamation in 2021. You could add that. And also on your QR codes at the end, we have the Road to Freedom QR code that's in our ICE drive, and that was created it's very generic. Any state can use it, so you might check that out. That could be added to it.
So what is the Road to Freedom? Is that a video? Is it a...
No, it's a link tree, and it just has a couple links like to CASA and
Oh, that's
Getty.
right.
Yeah.
I
And
think yeah, you said that. I think at the link tree.
yeah, yeah.
Thank
And it's not particular to any state, but it does take you to links where you could get information about every state assembly.
Beautiful. That's a good one. Thank you.
Sure.
What was the other one you said though? Besides the link tree?
The International Peace Proclamation, which was August 1st of 2021 for
Yeah,
for your Federation page.
I thought I had that in there.
Maybe. I didn't think I saw it, but maybe.
Okay, and if I don't, yes, I'll definitely get it in there. In the video that you didn't get to see, I actually have the peace proclamation showed in there. And I actually will have it printed so that people can read it. But yeah, that's a good one. Thank you. Andrew, go ahead. Perosi.
Yeah, in our goals, to I'd like to put in there repopulating the capital in Philadelphia again this year.
Let me see. That would be
Pretty sure Anna stated that we wanted to do that this year.
Yes, she did. You're right. She did. In fact, Andrew, just so you know, I already offered our services to her. If I already told her that we have a couple of general contractors on our state, and that if she needed help with any reconstruction, that she could call on us to help. But so say that again, that you wanted to repopulate
The
the state capital, right?
the national capital in Philadelphia.
All right, I just added it.
Great, thanks.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right. Anybody else have any other suggestions? I mean, it'll be really interesting to see how it happens. I need to get my volume squared away here so that doesn't happen. Thank you guys for letting us use you guys to do our dress rehearsal here. Kimberly said, let's see. Uh, oh, wait, perhaps post office, Philadelphia, head of state. Slides for post office. Okay. Yeah, that's probably a good one. Ben, go ahead.
Yeah, hi guys. It's Ben from Terra Australis here, and look what you put together there, Tammy's awesome. Um, I'm just curious. I'm just because obviously we're two different countries here, and um, obviously mainstream media and how much people are awake are probably different in either area. So I'm just curious about a couple of things. You said your last meeting was last weekend. Is that correct?
Our last meeting.
Or your last presentation that you did, was that just recently? You said that you've gone through these slides to a certain assembly.
No, I've never given this slide presentation to anybody, but I have given slide presentations, and based on the amount of slides, I usually can determine how long it'll take.
Yeah,
But no, this I've never done this presentation before.
yeah.
You guys were the first ones to see it.
Ah,
We rushed
okay.
right through it. We didn't
No,
really
that's
get through
cool.
it, but
No, look, they're great. As I said, look, you've got a few slides there, which is fantastic. I'm just and I know we dabbled or dabbled with this when we first got started doing the slides as well, out and doing presentations in communities. That sometimes you've got to sort of probably feel the crowd out, I suppose, and address them to what they need. Otherwise, after a certain amount of time, they can tend to gloss over, and the eyes get a bit glossy, and you lose them. But it's trying to gauge that between, is this group, are they all asleep and I'm talking to a bunch of newbies, or are they sort of semi awake and I can address them in a different fashion, and that gives you the chance to omit certain slides. And look, you're probably all over this anyway, but I was curious because I know that it's a different community essentially, as in how far they're awake. So I was curious how that could help us as well. So I yield.
yeah, those are all good points you bring up. And for us, usually what I like to do before I get into the material is, this time around, I'm going to ask, do we have any law enforcement officers here this evening? Do we have any? Because we're inviting those people. We're inviting assembly people, senators. And so I'm going to ask ahead of time, if we have, I'll thank them for coming and then I'll ask the audience, how many are you hearing this for the first time? How many of you have heard this but are looking to get more information? And then I'll gauge it, and then moving forward, I'll know where on some points I'll need to kind of slow up maybe, and then some points I'll be able to, kind of cover it a little quickly. But yeah, you're right. You have to feel the audience out and know who the audience is when you're giving
Mm.
these presentations. We're trying to present ourselves as, the lawful government, and we are, making, kind of dusting off the cobwebs and, kind of getting back in the saddle and, starting the old girl up again. So, um, that's kind of, the position that we're going to take. And I think, the information is the information. I mean, it's great. I mean, it
It
really
is.
lays out the fraud with money, with, the history. I mean, it really gets into a lot of details.
Yeah,
I'll let, when we come back next month, I'll let everybody know how it all went,
that'd be fantastic. Yeah. And what we used to do also was have, like anyone, because you're going to get them. You're going to get people that really want to dig deep into certain things, whether it be the fraud or the GFG or whatever it might be, the history. And that's where we had, we'd sometimes have documents up the back. So it's like, and you'd go, mate, fantastic questions, but you just redirect them to that. So it's a case of don't take my word for it, do your own research, guys. And here it is, this will get you
Yeah.
started. So. I think that's fantastic. What you put together is awesome. Good stuff.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Alice, go ahead.
I was wondering, would it be good to have a QR code there for Adam Boyd? If we're going to have possibly law enforcement showing up, and I know that one of the people that Peter said that he was inviting, she's an assemblywoman if she shows up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to know who will want what kind of information. And I know Andrew and Adam. I don't know if they're on. If they're yeah, Adam. I can see, and Andrew. Yeah, they're both on tonight. I usually will refer them to their podcast. And let them see what these two guys are doing as far as our sheriffs go, and refer them to the interview I did with the Peacekeeping Task Force because Joe Hayes is on there and Boyd Adams. Yeah. I mean, and we probably could create a QR code and just maybe put it on a piece of paper at our table and put, to connect with our sheriffs or our peacekeepers. I could probably do that too. It's hard to say who's going to want what, and the other thing that we want to be careful of too is, well, actually, Vicky, on that link tree, the Road to Freedom, is any of the peacekeeping entities listed in there?
I don't believe they are, but that's a good thing to add. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll check it out and add it if they aren't.
Yeah, because I'm really all for the one and done because it's just so much information, and I feel like I know if people are hearing it for the first time, it's almost like you don't want to overload them, and then and you want to give them the information so that they can research it, but sometimes too much isn't always the best thing, you know. So that's where we're going to be able to it's trial and error, to see what's going to happen. Doing the first one, seeing how that goes and what we can improve upon going forward. Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, Tammy, I was just going to say, while you're doing your tour or whatever, or anybody on here is doing tours, if you wanted to refer to Restore the Republic podcast on YouTube, you have my full, you go ahead and do it. If you feel like you have to say like, hey, if you guys want to see some real Reeves or sheriffs, go here, so nobody has to ask me, hey, do you mind if we do that? Anybody can, yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you for your blessing. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Hey, and another thing, we talked the other day, you said you had a guy looking to be sheriff on New Jersey.
Yeah.
Get me his email address when you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
All
yeah.
right. Bye you.
All right. I have nothing else to discuss with our outreach, and I really appreciate you guys' input. And I'll make those additions and stuff. The next thing on the agenda is the free mail for postcards. Okay, and I know that this was Luis had been in communication with Anna about this topic. So, Luis, since you're also going to be giving us an update with the Resurgence Project, I'm just going to yield the floor over to you. Okay?
All right. All righty. Let me guess I wasn't ready. Let me put the documents that I'll go over here real quick in the chat for everybody. I'll grab them real quick. That's think tank. Note. Yeah, hold on. Okay. It's gonna be quick. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, so the first thing that I had to go just to cover, I do have some things to put in the ice drive. So when it's up and going, I will put those updated things there for the Resurgence Project. I went I went to try to upload something, and then I told Tammy, I can't upload this because it's full. I don't even remember what it was. But when I get access again, I'll go ahead and upload that. And I want to applaud New Jersey for taking that video and making it their own. That what they did, what Tammy and them did was exactly what I was going for the assemblies to take it and use it and make it their own, put their personalities in it and everything. Take off the Federation's seal, because that's one of the things we have to do. If you make it your own, you got to take off the Federation seal, which great. So I want to go ahead and encourage all the assemblies who's going out there doing their tours. Feel free to take off the Federation seal, add your little spice in there, and do it the way you want to do it. All the information in there, you know that part is correct. So whatever else you want to add, go ahead and do that. There's only two things I think in the ice drive that that has the Federation seal on it, that if you take it and make it your own, that you have to remove the Federation seal. One of them is the well, all of them. If you take it and make it your own, yes, remove the Federation seal and put yours on. Even the brochures. The brochures, if you wanted to take something off of it and add something else in its place because you wanted to talk about something else, then just take the Federation seal off the front of the brochure and put your seal, your assembly seal, on the front of the brochure. And you can leave all the other information in there, you know, that you wanted to keep. Now there's that one brochure that I kind of made up, which was the 9 steps to assemble or something. I think it's 9 steps. Where is it at? I made that up. Anna did not approve it. She did not review it. And so that one should not have the Federation seal on it anyway. And I think Vicki, you had showed it before. You took it and made your own, which is great, but we have to remove the Federation seal off of it and put your seal on there. And for the counties as well, take off whatever seal it is, if you want to take it and make your own, and put your county logos on there. So that is the whole what I was going for with the Resurgence Project materials. So the next thing, let me talk about the I don't see it on here. Oh, the funding. I wanted to talk about the funding real quick and get that off the table. I've been trying to get with Emily to get a meeting so that we can get organized and see what type of distributions that people can get for your projects. Haven't been able to get her to sit her down and get on a meeting. So that's where we are right now. We had a meeting scheduled. She wasn't able to be, she didn't make it. Now I can't get a hold of her again to reschedule it. So that's going back and forth. So I'm not sure when the next meeting is going to be available with her. Far as the postage, this postage stamp, we've been passing around. I saw it on the Illinois Assembly at first, and then Boyd was using it. Then we had a few communications in our resurgence emails about where it came from and how to use it. So, and then I sent it over to Tammy and said, okay, Tammy, you're doing your tours. Maybe you can use this to do postcards. She wants to know, well, will we get caught for mail fraud? Where'd it come from? So I said, well, let's ask Anna. So I did. So this, and I put this in the chat so you can have it. So I told Anna, we have received information that claims this postage label can lawfully be used to send mail for free. So we asked, does this label lawfully invoke our American Post Office service? And could the post office come back and try to charge us with mail fraud? The research that we received with it is attached. One national has stated they affix a 2-cent stamp on any mail and send it like that with no more postage. Would you please create an article on this so all the assemblies can have your recommendation on this? So this is what the postage stamp looks like. So she came back and said, here, this is the DMS, direct mail service rule, and it is our post office. However, If too many people use this, even for private mail, it will bankrupt the Postal Service. It's one of the things we need to lawfully convert in order to do it safely. So I told her we'll definitely need you to do an article on this to let all the assemblies know. And then I asked the PKTF need to meet with you to plan our transitioning rollout to include how to lawfully convert them and nationalize the other corporations we want to keep. So that's what she had to say about this postage label. So it is legit. It's just she's concerned about how we're going to be able to implement it. And whenever I find some more out about that, I'll pass it on. Yes, Kimberly.
Good evening, Louise. Thank you for being here. I just wanted to give a little information on this. I actually have was introduced to this quite early on. It was Alexei that had brought this forward at one point and started sharing it. I know it was not his original work. He's been working with a team of people, and they brought this forward. We have used it and tried it on several occasions here on Michigan. We are having some difficulty at this point with postmasters. We're getting obstruction. Things are taking far longer to get there. We do believe from our research and looking at the manuals, really studying these manuals with the USPS, that these are all very true. I mean, it does seem to be proving out. However, it is not going very well with certain postmasters around here anyway. So we're having difficulty. So I know other people are having great success, but I just wanted to report what we were running into. So if you do have anything that's really important, I would recommend you make sure you stay within the system so you've got it covered or you have your tracking that you need for the time being. But yes, it does seem to be real. We've had successes with it, but the more of us that had tried it, it did trigger things, and our postmasters are not pleased. So, anyway, I will yield on that, and thank you for bringing it out. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Kimberly.
Okay, so the Resurgence Post Report. I hope you guys are enjoying those. I have my next one scheduled to launch tomorrow, which I don't think it's Friday. I got one more day. Friday, I don't know if I'm going to make it, but if I don't make Friday, it's going to be before the weekend is over. So I'm pushing that out. The next one's going to be about money. So we've been talking about that. The IRS and all that. It's going to be pretty heavy. A new thing we have on the table is Joe is now going to launch his first publication of a newspaper. And I'm going to show you guys this. And I put in the chat his outline of what he was going for with this newspaper. So let me show it to you because it's available. It's going to be available to everybody to use. Here it is. It's called the Assembly Ledger. What the idea is for our American government to start reporting, of course, on what we've been doing, like we've been saying, right? So this is the first publication. His plan is to have it published every 3 months. But what we're looking for, you can go through looking through here. We got Louisiana about to do their elections, or they post their elections, and we got the head of state, hereditary head of state article in here. We got so the union states have a section, the states of the union have a section, the international assemblies have a section in the back, and then all the things that's going on the counties have a section. So he's got a section here, local journalism section. Spencer County is highlighted here. Chicago, Cook County is highlighted in here. Then we have section in here with the sheriffs, what's going on with our peacekeepers.
Those two look pretty good.
And we got environment is one of the things that Joe wanted to talk about, and keep a space in here for environment. So he talked about the cloud seeding and what's happening with that. advertisement space for anybody, any advertisers. Talking about travel, some of the inalienable rights that need to be discussed and brought forward on how our American government perceives it. Kathy is leaving us, so we have an honorary section on her. More about Louisiana and all the great things going on over there. Then we have a section about our NFS, the LRO, and the platform that they have developed there in North Carolina. And then the other one, the platform that Stand Up has provided there in North Carolina as well. North Carolina, both from North Carolina. This is a section that Joe is going to put together that he wanted to talk about some of the people out that's not in our assemblies, but have visions and discuss things that are in alignment with common law. We have an opinion section. Then he has crossword puzzle. He says, we will stimulate the mind, but we're not going to be doing sections on weather or section on sports. So, okay. So he'll do a section on stimulating your mind. All right. Innovations of how the assembly ledger came to be, and more innovations about how our common access badge came to be. Here's our international section. This feature is going to be on Canada, and I think that is it. So what we're wanting to happen is this publication, once it's done, is going to be published Friday. We want to make it available for everybody, and we want you to be able to use it in your outreach. Meaning, you can use it digitally by passing it around. You can print it off and put it at newsstands if you like, in print form. And as far as supporting it, we're looking for like $1 a month just to support the time and the software and what all the other things go into making it. If we want to continue to make it a permanent fixture in our government, be our first platform for our newsletter, $1 a month is what we're looking for to put it in that position. In between those, every 3 months or every season in between there, Joe will be producing some other newsletters in between. But we're looking to hopefully make this our newspaper.
Take my money.
So we got a digital version, and you can take it and print it and distribute it any way you like.
May I?
Yes.
Thank you so much. This is so awesome. I am really excited about learning how we might be able to get it printed out. Are you intending, when you suggest printing it out, that it is on the 8.5 by 11 pages, or was there a layout that you guys had that this can be taken to a printer and handed to them, and it can be printed in a sort of newspaper fashion? What were you thinking with that, please?
It is laid out in newspaper fashion. All the margins and stuff that a newspaper is supposed to have, that's how he laid it out. So you should be able to take to, and I think he has even a contact person if you all needed some contact people who prints newspapers. You can take it to the newspapers printers, and they can print it out in newspaper form. It's not going to fit. I don't know if it's going to fit 8.5 by 11.
Perfect. I just wanted to make sure that people weren't anticipating that they could do like a PDF printout and have something like the reference guide or earlier versions of letters that had come out. So thank you for that clarification. I would definitely love to get the information as far as the resources for how one would actually get that printed, please. So thank you very much. I yield.
You're welcome. Now, it may be able to be printed out in PDF. I'm not sure, but it was not going to look, I mean, it's going to be pretty small. I would imagine. But we'll have to check with Joe with that, if it can be printed out on PDF and what if that would look like. Mhm. Yes, Tammy?
Thanks, Louise. Yeah, this is excellent. I was wondering if anybody had done any research on how much print shops would charge to print these up. Any, did you guys check on that or no?
I haven't. Joe may have, but I don't know that information.
Okay. Yeah, that would be great to know.
Mhm.
I yield. Thank you.
Okay. Jamie?
Yeah, how do we access that newsletter?
So on tomorrow, no, I mean Friday, this is Wednesday. On Friday, when it's published, he will give access link, probably a link to it for printing. It
It'll
will
probably go
actually,
out in an email, or will it be on the PKTF website, or what?
it'll be on the PKTF website. Here, let me show you. Uh, uh, because we have a section on the home page of the PKTF website where it has all the newsletters and newspapers. So you'll probably be able to download it from there.
Okay.
Here, let me see. And probably if you want to have a link to it as well, it probably can make that available. So this is our newsletters, newspaper section. He has Assembly Ledger will be right here.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. I yield.
Okay, thank you. Kimberly?
Thank you. Darren, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know you've had great success with your newspaper. Did you all actually go to printers down there? How, may I ask, how did you, I think you told me at one point, but I've forgotten. So I was wondering, can you maybe refresh, how did you contract or what did you do to find newspaper printers, please? Thank you so much.
Hey, Kimberly. Yeah, thank you. So we were producing I'll come back and explain why I say we were, a 48-page full-sized paper. We managed to find a printer through another initiative that was producing a paper. And it was all very hush-hush. Obviously, most of the printers refused to print the paper for us. So we were getting them done in lots of 12,000. Yes, lots of 12,000. And it was costing about $1.90 a paper. And then we had distribution costs on top of that.
Thank you very.
There's another group up here, the Terra Australia group, which we're very, very close to. They produce a paper which is in, I think it's A3 size pages. So two A3s for the full paper. They do about 72 pages and they're paying just under $2 for lots of 500, I believe. That's what I think I heard them say. So yeah, it should not be cost prohibitive to produce them in distributionable lots. Are you? Oh,
thank you.
Sorry, if I can unyield just for a second. So the paper's actually just in recess at the moment. We're putting together a committee to pick that up and run with it. But it's been an invaluable tool. And we also use it. We have the same problem with printing our notice of precipice, the public notices when people do their reconveyance. And this is a nice, easy national platform that's well distributed. So it's coming back, but at the moment in recess. Are you?
Thank you so much for taking my question. I appreciate it very much. Best of luck to you and great to see you again. My love to Terra Australis, please.
Hey, Darren, quick question. Are you guys selling ad space on your paper?
It was part of the strategy. We have one business that was putting an ad in the papers, but it wasn't something we focused on enough to actually bring in any income from it. And the one business that was doing it is a large business. It was the first reconveyed state national business on Terra Australis. So They were given
Thanks.
some
I was
space.
just wondering because I was thinking, that could help with all the costs and everything, and
Oh,
all
yeah,
right,
absolutely. That is one of the challenges. If you're a little bit strapped for cash, obviously you do need to be receiving the money for the paper. So we were selling it. If you bought full pack, so a lot of 50, we were selling it basically at cost because it's not about making money. It was always about getting the word out and sharing what we're doing. And that's become one of the challenges we have at the moment, but also the time involved in doing it. So we want a committee to do that. I yield.
Okay. The other thing about the paper is we're looking for contributors, journalists, wants to contribute articles or stories, I guess, to the newspaper. So Joe has agreed to do a workshop on journalism, on how to write a fair and balanced report. So if anybody you know of, or if you are interested in doing writing for the newspaper, it's going to be coming out every 3 months. And if we get enough interest, maybe we can do it, every month. But we really need to put forth a professional look and content in there. So the articles need to be journalistic and not biased. So he will do between now and the next publication, he could hold a workshop for anybody who interested in learning about journalism and contributing their story, what's going on in your communities or your assemblies that's newsworthy. And in your chat is his whole layout, vision, and everything of the Assembly Ledger. So you can read it.
Louise, may I?
Yep.
So if anybody's interested in, you know, taking advantage of Joe's, lesson on journalism, should they reach out to him directly?
Yes.
Okay, and that's at his, it's PKTF Directorate, right?
PKTF dot Executive Director 2022 at proton.me.
Okay, thank you. I yield.
Any other questions for me? I think that's all I had to share today. Yeah.
May I?
Yes, Kimberly.
I just wanted to compliment you. I ran into your Sovereign Nation channel our Sovereign National, forgive me, over on YouTube, and caught the last presentation you had done with regard to head of state, and really it was a knockout. So I would recommend that if others don't know about that, really it was a good piece of work that I would really think that should get some traction, just because it's so informative. So really well done, and I just wanted to say thank you for doing it. And I'm sorry I didn't know about that channel before. So I publicize it a little bit more so we can keep track of that one too. You've got a lot of ways to find things for you. So it was a new one for me. So thank you for that. I appreciate it. I yield.
Okay, so Kimberly, you mentioned a Sovereign National channel, which I don't have. So somebody else may be spreading the word.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
it had your head of state video that was on it, and
that's excellent.
So may I?
Of course.
So there's somebody, I think it could be Michael Mackin. I'm his last name is escaping me, but I think he's the guy that produced the Sovereign. It was a song about being a sovereign, and it was set at 432 hertz. That's, I believe, his YouTube channel, and he does share other people's content on there. I think he puts Anna's webinars. Luis, he had your stuff. I forget who else's stuff he shared, but yeah, I think I have subscribed to his channel as well. Yeah, so it's good to see more channels popping up and everybody sharing each other's stuff. I think that's really what we have to be doing, and getting this to grow a little bit. or a lot. I'd like to see it grow a lot.
And things that we produce here at the PKTF, that's we're trying to produce it so that everybody will be able to use it. And even with my my resurgence post report, the idea is take it and spread it far and wide. I intentionally present it so that I'm speaking to the Americans, all of us, even if they don't know they're Americans yet. So yeah, we're trying to bring them in, bring them home. So they're going to be coming to you all assemblies so they can find out more. How do I get back home? Especially on this next one I'm about to do.
Hey, Louise, I love it. I love your resurgent post report. It's fantastic. Thank you for doing that. I look forward to the next one.
So where is it? Could you put it on the screen so we could see? I don't know, even for the recording purposes, I'm not sure where we would direct men and women to find it. So for replay, could you how we could get to that, please? Thank you.
It's on the PKTF website on the YouTube channel.
I think it's under a playlist. I think it's under the Pulse Report or Resurgence Pulse Report playlist. Yeah.
So actually it's on both. So it's on it's on 1776. It's on our Think Tank YouTube channel. Right there. And then it's on the Peacekeeping Task Force YouTube channel. Right there. So those are the two places I post them at. You all can, now, if you want to post them somewhere else in your Substack, wherever you want to post them, if you are on my email contact list, when I send these out, I send you a link to download to download the actual video and the thumbnail so that you can use to post somewhere else. So that comes out with when I send out the link and let you all know, hey, it's published and here are my links if you want to download the MP4 and the thumbnail to publish it somewhere else that you can't just, like on YouTube, you can kind of share, but other places you may not be able to just share like that. Any other questions? All right, Tammy.
Wait a minute. What's your email address so I can get on your email list?
PKTF dot affiliate director 2024 at proton.me.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
All right, thank you. I'm going to try maybe one more time to see if I can get the iMovie to work. Let me see. Advanced. Oh, here we go. I think this might work. Content only. All right, let me see if I can get this to work now. This one. I'm going to start it right here to see if you guys can hear it. Let me know if you could hear this. Did you hear anything?
No.
No.
Okay, I thought that was. All right, I wish I was more tech savvy, but I'm not. Okay, well, anyway, it was a good meeting. Does anybody have? I'm going to leave the floor open for miscellaneous, and if anybody wants to, do you think you can fix it?
Your phone. Turn up the volume and play it on my phone. Mute your mic.
Well, Dan thinks that he can try to fix this for me. So let me see if I can do this.
Yeah, get a man in there.
Is that
It's echoing and band-aiding.
Yeah, I think it's
Well, I
it's
suspect it's
band-aid.
I think it's a Zoom setting. It actually takes out background noise.
Let's see here. Oh, I can't even. Yeah, guys, I can't play it, but we'll have to figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to open it up for you guys. If there's anything else that you guys want to talk about or share before we, call it quits for tonight.
May I?
Anybody else? Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. I just wanted to offer that we on Michigan had some good stuff happen with a court experience yesterday, and I just wanted to encourage that we need each other, and that if you all are on counties that have more than one man or woman, please start to get to know each other. The comfort that was taken with these folks that really kind of got slammed together just because they all agreed that they were going to do this, it made a difference. And they all said afterwards that they wished they had reached out to each other sooner. So I'm just offering to counties, if you all have men and women, just get to know each other. You might just need hugs. You might just need, to know that somebody else is on your county and close. So I'm just encouraging that it was really such a good day for us on that, and that they were so, I think, enveloped in what it means to be together and presence together, that I would just encourage, please, if you are on counties, you don't have to assemble in building your assembly right now. Just start by getting to know each other and knowing that you've got, another man and a woman that you could call on potentially in short order. So just wanted to share that, it's important that we start to do this. So, even for just the effort of, just being a man and woman and sharing space with common views and, common heart, it's amazing where two or more are gathered. So I just wanted to offer that that would be something I would really recommend that people start to do. And I think that will lend towards lifting our spirits up as well. So thank you. I yield.
Yeah, thank you for that reminder. It does make a big difference when you have other state nationals living on your county and you can get together and feel, like united. So, Andrew, go ahead.
Yeah, this is for Kimberly. Hey, from my podcast, I get a lot of people asking me, from different, just audience members. They'll be like, okay, I live in Michigan or live here or there. What would be a good contact for anybody that wanted to from Michigan that wanted to join your assembly?
Thank you. Appreciate the opportunity. MyMichiganAssembly.land. We have a wonderful website. It is our official website. We have on our contact us area, we have different ways that you can link directly. So if you go to that button, it will ask you where would you like to go. men and women that are interested in learning about how to become American state nationals and correct their political status. Again, they can request what we have is a program called Freedom Guides, and we help our recording secretaries to take a lot of the questions off of their plate that a lot of men and women have as we're coming onto land and soil. And that will then help to get them into our free form generator. We can have them come on and start their paperwork process. It's free, and they can just fill it in and go ahead and print it out and get it notarized and get over to recording secretaries with the assembly there. So yeah, contact us on our website through the Freedom Guide program. Request a Freedom Guide at mymichiganassembly.land. mymichiganassembly.land. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. Look
Thank
forward to
you.
taking care of them.
Thank you. I yield.
You're muted, Tammy.
Oh, Andrew Prosy. Thank you, Andrew. Ike.
Yeah, hi. I had a question for Kimberly. Kimberly, are you aware of Hillsdale College in Michigan?
Indeed, I am. Yes, I graduated from there.
Oh, I just sent President Arn a letter asking him, because they're always, I've supported them, monetarily in their efforts in the past, and they're in their advertisements, to get donations. They're always talking about American liberty. They're
Yes.
defending American liberty. And I wrote a letter to him recently asking him if they are, in fact, Americans or still U.S. citizens. So hopefully I'll get a response.
Well, I will love to keep up on that and learn what they actually have to say with that. I've done a couple times trying to reach down there. In particular, I know with the festivals this year, with regard to being 250 years old on Michigan, they're supposed to be working with the Trump administration. So, been trying to learn a little bit more about that avenue of what's going on. Haven't necessarily heard anything back yet, but I imagine they may be busy. So. Would definitely love to hear what they have to say if you hear anything back, Andrew. So thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I sent him a letter asking me if, in fact, they knew about our movement, and I didn't send them your Michigan Assembly website information. So hopefully, you know, he'll respond.
Wonderful. We'll look forward to that. If you need any assistance or want to introduce if anything comes through that, I'd love to take that on. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I yield.
Yeah, and I invited him to Philadelphia this year, so when we repopulate the national capital in Philadelphia, he can be present.
That's nice. That's awesome. I hope
I
you get a
yield.
response. It's a generous offer.
All right, Andrew Ike.
Yeah, I just realized, like I told Kimberly, I get a lot of people from different states asking questions about specific states, and I got her Michigan information, and yet there's a whole bunch of other people from different states on here. So what I'm doing is going to put my email address in the chat, and if any of you could take it down and maybe respond to me, like what would be the best way, who to contact in your states, that would just help me out tremendously because we get so many different people coming in on that podcast asking questions. What do we do? Where do we go? And we're, instead of taking the time of calling around, looking up, and it just make it a lot easier. So
Yeah, it
that's
would
it.
be it would be nice to have, kind of like an index book, right?
Yeah,
Kind
and
of
I
like a
don't,
white pages.
I used to send people to the TASA site, but it seems like sometimes they don't know how to work that site, or sometimes it's down, or sometimes, and it's just much easier if you do it directly. So I
Yeah,
yield.
I would agree, Andrew. And I know for us on our assembly, I'm not quite sure if we're getting all of the inquiries that we're supposed to be getting. I think there's something wonky going on with the email contact. Sometimes we've been told that sometimes those emails go to spam. And so, so we've had some issues. I would agree that if you have a contact person, typically, either the coordinators or your outreach committee chair or a recording secretary would be the go-to, probably coordinators, because then depending on the question that they're asking, if it's paperwork, then, it would be great to have a direct contact to the recording secretaries on their states. But if it's another question, usually the coordinators are able to then, decipher it out and get it to the right, assembly man or woman. So, but yeah. All right. So everybody can grab Andrew's email address. He put it in the chat. And anybody else have anything else they'd like to add before we end our meeting tonight? No? All right. Well, I'm just going to say thank you guys for coming, for showing up, and thank you for all the work that you're doing. I know our assembly, there's a lot on the call tonight. We've been working really hard for this coming Saturday. And, so thank you to everybody for your hard work and your dedication, for you guys stepping up to be sheriffs. That takes a lot of courage to do, and the podcast that you're doing, it's great. And just, thank you to everybody. I mean, everybody's contributing in their own way. Terra Australis, you guys are rocking it. I saw I'm sorry, Aaron's recent podcast. He has a podcast now, so that's awesome to see. It's just really great seeing this organization globally grow in such a way that it has. So, and it's all because of all of you. So, great big thank you and lots of love to all of you. And I'll either see you on a next meeting somewhere or I'll see you next month here at the same time.
Hey, real quick. I just want to tell Darren, we exchange emails. I've just been so busy. So don't think I have forgotten about you. I'll get with you sooner or later, okay?
I've enjoyed the reprieve, mate. All good when you're ready.
Thanks.
And
All right,
Tammy,
guys.
thank you so much.
Sending love to you all. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Good
ahead.
good luck on the weekend, and look forward to hearing about it.
Thank you much. All right,
Much
guys.
love.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
everybody.
Yeah,
Good night.
or
Good night,
good day for
everybody.
you, Darren
Tammy.
and Ben.
Good night, everybody.
Night. Thank
Night,
you, Tam.
everybody.